Good morning. Welcome to our Wednesday morning real estate humor live meme stream. We get together every Wednesday morning, 8:30 a.m. Pacific time to just have some fun. I'm Bill Gross. I'm your host. I'm also one of the admins on the Facebook group, Real Estate Memes, Real Estate Humor. And we get together because I listen to comedy. I look at memes daily to get me in the right mood. Real estate is very stressful, can be very challenging. It's, dealing with customers who are going through stress, and we need to laugh and be able to release the stress in order to go forward. So I exercise every day. I take walks during the day to break up the day. I also use humor, and the goal here is to share that. Now, we're live streaming this currently onto Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. If you're watching on the live stream, love to have you react on your comments. I'll see them live here. Would love to have you post your own memes. But of course, if you want to do that, you can go right into our Facebook group. I need to go to the Facebook group real quick and show Real Estate Humor is the name of it. Bring it in. And we'll go to our first meme today and get started off. But again, if you're watching live, I'd love to get your feedback, love to get your memes. If you don't think it's funny, then tell me. If you think I'm handsome and good looking, tell me as well. Okay, the first one is just an excuse to do my impression of Kermit the Frog here. And one of my favorite characters of all time. And when your client asks if the tiny closet can fit their massive shoe collection. Now, one of the challenges we have is buyers who have unrealistic expectations. And so the issue is sometimes they want everything. And, it's one thing if it's a luxury buyer, then of course that's a different issue. But when you talk to a buyer squeezing into a house, maybe they should buy less shoes. Maybe they should try to take some back. Some of these sites now buy luxury brands used and resell them. I don't know. But I certainly would hate to think that I can't buy the house of my dreams or the house that works for me financially because I don't have enough room for all that. Okay, here's another one. This isn't such a meme, but just a comment in the Facebook group that we have, which I can relate to because I've had this happen to me. Have you? When they give you the code for the lockbox, but forget to tell you that there is an alarm. There's another one, which is some of the more electronic lockboxes now have a code. So you have a code to get in, but that then creates a text to the agent so they can, at that time, give you a code to then open a second code to verify to open the lockbox. So sometimes agents by default require that, don't know it, and next thing you know, you're at the property ready to go, trying to find the agent. I've had that happen, and the agent is nowhere to be found. That is not good. So, okay, next meme. Let's just go down because I go back and forth. Unfortunately, I have to go back to the top, and that's kind of frustrating. I'm still learning how to do this, folks. This is a classic concept in memes in real estate, but each one's a little different. Here's one. How a realtor looks as an intern, then as a new agent. I love the Justin Bieber look with the tie and the hair. They always look all clean and have a picture with them and their team. And then 3 years into it with the long hair in the back, and then years into it. Do I look like that? I don't think I look that bad for my age. I don't know. Anyhow, it's a stressful business, and definitely. Another one is we love memes that show funny add-ons, do-it-yourself projects, things that probably won't make it through the permit process. And there you go. We do that little alcove next to this stairwell. Now, you notice how short those stairs are. That's a problem, right? Two people can't get by there, for example. They're a little higher than normal, just at eyeball level. They're a little dangerous when you're walking up or down those. And then you got the bathroom in the alcove. Maybe they should have made the stairs curved and use the whole area or something, and maybe a closet access below it. Anyhow, we see this kind of stuff all the time on the memes, and I think it's kind of funny. Love to see what you come across. Next one, and this is a classic. Every realtor's experienced this one. When you're about to go to sleep and they decide to reply to the text you sent 6 hours ago. I've been one of those agents where you send an offer or a counter or a message to your buyer or seller that's going to make or break the deal, and you're in your office at the end of the day, it's maybe 5 or 6, and you sit there for 2 hours just killing time because internally you're stressed and you want to know what to do, and then you give up on it, you tell your wife or spouse how tough your day's been, you go to bed, and then you notice on your phone, oh my gosh, they responded, they replied, they whatever. So yeah, That's a tough one. Checking your phone at night is definitely not is not named. Okay. Um, Here we go. So this is classic. I'm a real estate agent. I'm coming home after the end of a day of being friendly and social all day. You walk in, and I have to say, poor my wife and my daughter. There are days, you come home and you feel like you've been battered and beaten and bloodied, and you just come in like you want to continue that warlike mentality home, and that's probably not the best way to go, or not the way to treat your family. Okay, and let's see. No, not that one. I didn't like that one. I didn't like that one. Where are we? Oh yeah, this is one. This is one. This is a classic mistake. When someone says they bought a new construction without a realtor.
Why would you do that?
Huh?
Huh?
What?
Why would you do that?
Huh?
Huh?
So
What?
the concept is that many builders will pay a commission gladly to a real estate agent to help the customer out of their commission. They'll have an inside commission person, and they'll take some of their commission and give it to an outside agent. And many buyers don't know that. Once you sign the book, they're not going to pay the agent. And so if you're going to look at new construction, I have a great friend, Ben P. here in Southern California, who specializes in new construction, even here in Los Angeles where there's not much. Definitely, if you're going to look at new construction, talk to your local realtor. See if they know about new construction sites, new properties coming online, maybe developers they work with. I think it's important to get the help because otherwise you're using the builder's forms and the builder's agent. They're not going to protect you. They're not even going to pretend to protect you. So I don't market to divorces. I do probate's my specialty. And all the time people say, wow, kind of like probate is divorce. I say it's got nothing to do with it because I don't mind helping people who inherit property. Somebody's already died before I get to the scene. I'm not dealing with them in that part of the process. But divorces, by definition, you're getting in the middle of the divorce. And I just decided as a married man, life is tough enough being married without adding to that stress. So I just decided it wasn't for me. But it's a funny one. When you find out your friend's getting divorced and needs to sell their house. Yeah, it's a mixed blessing. I had a client, a friend of mine getting divorced, among her best friends. And the wife engaged one of my team members to buy a house, got into escrow, fell out, unfortunately. Would have been a great commission for him and then for our team, but unfortunately it didn't work out. But more unfortunately is the divorce. And you have to wonder, if you help make it easy for them to get a house, maybe you're helping the divorce process. Maybe the door's not closed and you're forcing it. So just be careful. It's a tough... I think we have to decide what business we want to be in. Don't look for the easy. Look for being better yourself. Okay, here's a great meme. This is something we get all the time from buyers. You talk to them. 2019, they would say, I'm waiting for the prices and rates to drop. If you're a realtor, how many people told you that? Plenty. 2020, I'm waiting for the prices and rates to drop. Everybody said that. It's going to crash. 2021, I'm waiting for the prices and rates to drop. 2022, waiting for the market to crash. I heard this all the time. Now, I'm a listing agent more than a buyer's agent, so it didn't affect me as much. And even now with people saying waiting for the market to crash. I do a Monday morning real estate market review, and if you're interested in getting on that email list, reach out to me and I'll add you to the list or send you the last issue. It's on my YouTube channel every Monday under the real estate market. But there's not going to be a crash. Now, there might be a slowdown of sales, might be a slowdown of the rate of price increases, but there's no crash. But we've had buyers, and this is frustrating agents, every year say they're going to wait for the market to crash. It's always something. And I think as buyers, sometimes they're being polite and just saying I'm not ready to do anything, they don't have a reason that they want to share with us. So they give us a reason, this being the most popular one. So sometimes they're just being polite, and we have to kind of take that as a no, or they're going to work with somebody else. And sometimes we have to understand that they're just not ready to do something. So there you go. Okay, next. Why is this not working for me here? Okay. One of the challenges of this, unfortunately, is every time I highlight one of these memes and then I close it, it goes back to the top. So I got to scroll back down to notes. I have to find a better way to do this. If you have suggestions on the better way to save these, I don't know, it doesn't seem to work for me. Okay, we've seen that meme. We've seen that one. It's not as nice as our first place. Like they're living out in the desert or out in the wilderness, whatever, because that's what they can afford. Yeah, there's people who have made compromises along the way, and that's part of real estate. I think is along the way figuring out you have to make compromises. Okay, let's find. I got two more, I think, and then we'll call it a day. Where are we here? Oh yeah, here's one. I love this one. I love this one. Too late. It's funny that so many times I've had properties I listed. I've had people call me. You've been on the market for a week, 10 days, 2 weeks. I didn't know it was coming on the market. I'm thinking, well, you're a real estate agent. Aren't you searching properties? Aren't you looking for them? And buyers have searches all the time now. But I just think that's a funny sign. The little retribution, I guess, for the agent who is trying to make up for all the phone calls you get when people you always wonder, where are they when I'm ready to sell them the house? They're nowhere to be found. Okay, here's the last one. If your loan officer looks like this, she's in the 4155.1 HUD handbook. Now, the 4155 is the government name for the Housing Urban Development Handbook, which is the guidelines for FHA loans. So this is kind of what an FHA loan looks like. And I make fun of it, but FHA loans are different than conventional loans. And loan officers who started the business 5 and 8 years ago, they just really wrote out a partially done application, submitted it in, and then they would get back conditions and would collect stuff, and however long it took, it didn't matter because rates were coming down, and they made more money than they could ever imagine. But those agents who've been around, and I know several, I'm talking about you, Coca, I'm talking about you, John, who've been around as long as I have in this business. No, remember back when you had to learn the guidelines, you had to learn the rules, you had to learn how to advise your customer on the documents that were required up front, not after the third or fourth or fifth underwriting review, which takes 30 days. And so, there's a certain value. When an agent tells me they've been around full-time for 15, 20 years, I give them respect. Because they may not be the best at marketing, they may not be the best at customer service, but generally speaking, they know how to do a loan. And those are fundamental skills that have been lost in our business, unfortunately. And so don't run away from somebody because they have some wear on it. You want a FHA loan officer, I think, who's broken in and knows what they're doing. Okay, I think it's 15 minutes after, so we're going to wrap up here. I'm Bill Gross. This is the Real Estate Humor Facebook group. And we just live real estate humor meme stream. We do it every Wednesday morning, 8:30. Love to have you participate. If you're watching online or watching the replay, put in your memes, put in your comments. Let's make it participative. We want to have some fun, lighten things up so we all are more successful and have better lives. Thanks so much for joining today. I'll see you next week.